Education must not simply teach work, it must teach life. This quote by American civil rights activist William Du Bois is a timely reminder as we get ready for the new school term. Hello there. Welcome to another edition of your Jamaica Magazine. In today's show, we highlight two schools that are demonstrating what it truly means to teach life to their students. Hang around. I'll be back before you know it.
Did you know that there are medical, academic, and social benefits of doing a sport? Exercising regularly can reduce the risk of non-communicable diseases such as cancer and stroke. Working together promotes important life skills such as teamwork, leadership, problem solving, and mutual respect. And competing nurtures sportsmanship and lasting friendships, as well as improves self-esteem and resilience. So join a sport today and enjoy these benefits.
Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh, and this is your JIS News for Friday, August 30. The Ministry of Education, Youth and Information is expecting a smooth start to the 2019-2020 academic year on Monday, September 2. During the ministry's annual back-to-school press conference yesterday, the minister with oversight, Carl Samuda, said millions of dollars have been invested to address the needs of schools and students.
The disbursement of funds by the ministry to all secondary institutions is being maintained at a maximum of $19,000 per student, and special support is in selected areas of up to $11,000 per student. A total of $11 billion, including path-feeding grants, is being provided to schools for the school year. We continue to give schools maintenance grants ranging from $150,000 to $500,000 at the secondary level.
He says the ministry is also providing support in other areas, including the full funding of temporary and part-time teachers, as well as school cooks.
In addition, $100 million will be spent on upgrading schools' canteens and provision of equipment. Literature books are being provided for the students on PATH at all levels of the secondary school at a cost of over $120 million.
$120 million has also been provided for PATH students' literature books at the secondary level. That's in addition to $800 million towards the National Textbook Loan Scheme and the Primary Textbook Program. Minister Samuda says all books for the first term will be delivered to schools by September 2, while the other deliveries should be completed by October. Meanwhile, $26 million was provided to cover the insurance of PATH students and wards of the state. The ministry has also contributed $380 million to the transportation program of schools in 8 parishes and book vouchers for the neediest students. In the meantime, Minister with responsibility for water, Pernell Charles Jr., has mandated the National Water Commission, NWC, to put measures in place to ensure the availability of water in all schools. Among other things, the NWC is to truck water to all schools affected by drought and those that have a regular piped water supply. The school's water storage facilities are to be filled to ensure steady supply even if there are disruptions in service. An island-wide trucking schedule has been prepared and trucking commenced this week in preparation for the new school term. The NWC is also donating water tanks to schools that need them. In addition, pipeline infrastructure upgrade has been carried out in St. James, which will result in an improved supply to Anchovy High School in the parish. At the same time, the Rural Water Supply Limited has constructed rainwater harvesting infrastructure and storage tanks at multiple schools across the island to ensure increased access to water as we enter into the rainy season. Minister Charles Jr. says NWC representatives have been assigned to maintain contact with school administrators to monitor water distribution. School administrators may contact the NWC toll-free at 888-225-5692 for assistance. Still on back-to-school preparations, the National Works Agency is putting a number of measures in place to manage traffic Monday morning and the rest of the academic year. 4 lanes of traffic will be opened to the motoring public at the stretch of Constant Spring Road from Manor Park to West Kings House Road. Vehicular traffic will also be allowed along Hagley Park Road, including the 3 Miles area. Motorists traveling from the direction of Marcus Garvey Drive and the Portmore Toll Road heading to Halfway Tree will use the higher level bridge at 3 Miles. Those along Spanish Town Road heading to or from downtown will use the lower level of the bridge. Traffic signals will also be installed at specific points across Kingston and St. Catherine. These include Cassava Peace Road, Mannings Hill Road, Hillman Road along Constant Spring Road, and Acadia Drive in Barbican. The locations along Hagley Park Road include Keysing Avenue, O'Mara Road, and 3 Miles. Traffic signals are also expected to be in operation at Germain Road, Pepperwood, and the Nagohead or Newlands intersection in Portmore, St. Catherine. Also, the first layer of asphalt will be placed on all the corridors where major roadworks continue, while temporary lane markings will be done to reduce inappropriate use of the newly laid corridors. And the Minister with Oversight for Education, Carl Samuda, says the Jamaica Constabulary Force has agreed to do its best to manage traffic demands and changes for back to school.
And they have undertaken to do their very best to facilitate the back to school demand that is going to be brought to bear on specific areas throughout the country, not just in the area that I've mentioned.
The minister says he has met with the JCF and asked that sufficient police officers be deployed to direct traffic and prevent undue delays. The new academic year will commence on Monday, September 2. In other news, the Bank of Jamaica BOJ says expansion of gross domestic product GDP in the near term is forecast at an average quarterly rate of 1 to 2%. This is below the previous projection of 1.5 to 2.5%. BOJ's Governor Richard Biles made the announcement during the bank's quarterly press briefing on Thursday. Notwithstanding the expectation for a slower pace of GDP growth, Mr. Biles says labor market conditions continue to improve.
Jamaica's unemployment rate fell to a record low of 7.8% in April 2019, down from 9.8% a year earlier. We expect to see even further improvements in labor market conditions over the next 2 years, with more jobs anticipated in tourism, manufacturing, finance and insurance, and business process outsourcing.
The central bank governor adds that the prospects for the Jamaican economy remain positive, even though headwinds are on the horizon in the global economy.
Foreign reserves are at an adequate level, and we have a sustainable position in the current account balance of payments. Fiscal performance is strong, and the public sector debt continues to decline at a steady pace. Market interest rates remain generally low.
And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.
I encourage the deaf children to have deaf pride, to know that they can. You're on the same level as a hearing person. It doesn't matter that you can't hear. You have a lot of deaf adults who are successful, and you can achieve. You can get the education that you want, you can do anything that you want, you can achieve. Don't feel like you can't because you're deaf.
In believing that nothing is impossible, I have been able to culture a very positive attitude to life, and that positive attitude has worked for me, and I am confident it will work for others. I would want to say to persons with vision impairment and disabilities that it is critical that they become tooled or retooled with the appropriate technologies that can help to drive the way forward so that they can accomplish their vision and their goals.
Children with disabilities, whether you have CP or not, I strongly believe that you have a purpose. My disability has taught me that when it says the sky is the limit, it is. There are times when you're going to fall, but what is to stop you from rising?
Did you know that there is a high school right here in Jamaica that is teaching upper sixth form students to drive? Yes. The Jonathan Grant High School in St. Catherine has successfully embarked on its driving education program. Since its inception earlier this year, 5 students have received their driver's licenses.
Like any typical high school student,
We do the arts.
We also do the sciences.
And business.
Here at Jonathan Grant High School, there are 4 of us who also do driving ed.
School zone, school zone, school zone, school zone, school zone.
Good morning, Miss Clark.
Good morning.
Miss Clark.
Good morning. It's another episode of School Zone, and as you can see, we're journeying with the students of the Driving Ed program at the Jonathan Grant High School. Right now, we're joining them at one of their driving training areas in Eltham Park, where we're going to witness firsthand what one of their classes is all about. But before we begin, let's learn some more about the program.
At Jonathan Grant High School, we pride ourselves in being innovative and creative. And so as a result of that, we decided that we want to try with our students to ensure as many as possible to leave our institution with a driver's license. And as part of that, we wanted to ensure that all students leave with TRN as well. So the driver's license experience was part of that package. And so we decided to roll it out to students who are at age 17. And so we managed to enroll about 5 or 6 students. We wanted more, but 5 or 6 students came forward. And so as a result of that, Driving Education 101 was rolled out. The trainer, Mr. Frank, his wife, former vice principal of this institution, he does this for a living. And so when we came up with the idea for the program, he's the first person that came to my mind. I sat down with him and spoke with him, and he decided to give us a package which I believe was reasonable. The school decided to put up front the amount charged by Mr. Frank for 3 students, and then the others pay. I'm hoping that come next school year that the program will be bigger. We can have at least 10, 20 students in the program, and no doubt I'm going to seek some funding from elsewhere. All the students in the program are in the upper school, grade 10, 11, 12, 13. They're on the afternoon shift, which starts at 12. So they'll go to Mr. Frank at about 9 o'clock in the mornings.
We pick them up at school, take them to the location where we have the obstacle to training, and then we time them as one finish a time, they shift over to the wheel, another one take over, and we go through the process. We do the pre-driving inspection, where you check your documents, know the expiration of your documents, check on your engine to know the oil level, the fuel level, water level, and so on. Then we do their engine, the tire check and the lights to make sure they know when they are functioning. After going through that, then we introduce them to the vehicle, where they know the controls, the name of the controls, the usage. Following that, then we go through the forward driving. As soon as they are comfortable with the forward driving, we do some turn, left and right turn, and some stops and moving off. After they are comfortable with that now, then we introduce unit 2, which is reverse. When we introduce reverse, first we're going to introduce them how to do straight reverse. As soon as they are comfortable with the straight reverse, then we do the left hand back up. Left hand back up out of the road and come to the left side. As soon as they are comfortable with the left side, we go to the right side. And real life situation that helps them to take a car out of the driveway to put it out on the road and to do the left and right back up. After they are comfortable with that now, then we introduce them to the S-bend. And what is the S-bend now? As the name suggests, that prepare them like they are in a parking lot and they are learning how to maneuver without touching the other vehicles in the lot. As soon as they are comfortable with that, then we introduce them to the parallel parking, unit 3. And parallel parking is like a parking between 2 vehicles on the sidewalk, left and right hand side. That's it. Okay, so we line up with the first marker there, then full lock to your left. Good, and then you straighten your wheel. And you notify the examiner to finish by blowing your horn or tooting your horn. Now we are exiting the parking area. Okay guys, so that is it for today's practice. Well done, I'm proud of you all.
Yes, well done. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey.
Hi Jamaica, we are the first batch of students from the Jonathan Grant High School to be a part of the Driving Ed program. You're watching School Zone.
Safety and confidence are two crucial components of this driving course. So how can we achieve that? By listening to your instructor, adhering to your road rules / road code, be aware of your surrounding, and be confident in what you're doing.
So we've made our way back to the school campus, and right now we're going to be speaking to the 5 lucky students of the Driving Ed program. We're going to be asking them about their thoughts on the course.
We decided to do this program because it is essential and it's a skill that we'd love to have in the future, and it is very beneficial to us as students to learn how to drive, because as you know, we're 6th formers and we'll be going to colleges, and learning to drive and getting our license at the end of the course means taking a next step, like buying a car and driving to school.
I was a little excited knowing that I'll be learning how to drive. Even though I was learning before, my dad taught me a little about driving before. But during each lessons, I've learned a lot more. For example, learning the left hand back up, the right hand back up. And I didn't really know how to do the parallel parking. So I've learned a lot since then.
The exam basically is split into 3 different sections. You have the written test, the on-ground test, and the road test. So the written test is broken down into mechanical and road code, which I really had a problem with the mechanical because you have more than one correct answers, and when you think you know, sometimes you don't. So I was really nervous when it came down to that, but I passed, so that means others can too.
Learning to drive is not a right, it's a privilege, and once you are afforded that privilege, then I believe that you should make the best of it.
My mother's thought, actually, she was and still is excited about the program because she sees it as something that will help me to further my future.
My name is Hortense Wellington and I'm Elian's mom, and I'm so enthused about him doing this program. It is a big achievement on his part and I'm really, really proud of him. And I'm also proud of the program for allowing them this opportunity to excel in this venture. He has big dreams of owning his own trucking company, so this, having his license, will enable him to venture out on that dream of his.
Thank you so much, Ms. Wellington. And this is such a fitting way to end the program for today. Thank you so much for joining with us. If you want to watch this program all again, simply visit our website, jis.gov.jm. And if you think you have what it takes to be featured in School Zone, email me at scark@gis.gov.jm. I'm Sandra Clark, reminding you that
we got our license and you can too. Drive good.
And the traffic lights till somebody get hurt and the tears start cry. Save a life for the kids, for you and I. Save kids' lives. Make the road safe whether day or night, for pedestrians, passengers, cars and bikes. Save a life for the kids, for you and I. Save kids' lives.
Hey man, it's our job to keep the road them safe and to take care of the youth them so we know them safe and obey the road code. Don't race, no bother with the speeding case. Make face and check your light them at your tires and brakes. Riders on the pillions who left the helmet. Put on the cell phone, no send no text. No matter what color they on your plate.
When you're on the road, take your time. When you're on the road,
Everybody drive good and walk good. Then teach the youth them how to cross good. I beg you obey the road signs, park good. And put the young ones in a car seats, all good. And everybody drive good and walk good. And we say young and old, I beg you cross good. Remember the dark clothes at night, that is not good. From you I use up the sidewalk, it's all good.
When you're on the road, take your time. When you're on the road, bear this in mind. When you're on the road, you can save a life. When you're on the road, when you're on the road, I beg you please be safe. Wear your seatbelt to keep you safe, and make sure your helmet's in place. When you're on the road, when you're on the road, when you're on the road.
Similar to Jonathan Grant High, the Licensed Center of Excellence in St. Thomas has been using numerous unconventional activities to educate and engage its students. Interested to know what these are? Take a look.
The Licensed Center of Excellence caters to students post-primary, 13 years and up, who have been assessed and who have been diagnosed to be on the intellectually disabled spectrum. That means they're either mild to moderate. The Digital Foundation was kind enough to give us this wonderful school so St. Thomas can cater more to these children who need special attention. This institution opened its doors September 2017. We have a wonderful team here. We have teachers who love children. We have an administrative and an ancillary staff who loves children. Most naturally, the campus coordinator loves children. So we are here catering to the needs of these children because we believe in adding value. These children have a lot to offer, but you can only unearth it with patience, with love, and with care. Because if they don't trust you, you can't win them. And so, we want these children to be independent. We want them to contribute to their families, to their communities, and the society at large. And so we're preparing them for the working world. So at the Licensed Center of Excellence, we are skill-based. There is room for improvement, and we welcome the hands to share so that we can care more. We offer theater arts. Yes, the children can do a little. We communication. We do math, but not the math you know of trigonometry. No, we are teaching them how to balance their books so they know a lot of measurement and of course money. We offer to them home economics, food preparation, and a little clothing and textile. As you walk around our lovely campus, it's green vegetation. So we do a little bit of agriculture and we're able to give to our kitchen, and the children can get to take home. Of course at a cost, because we're teaching them that everything comes with a cost, because we need money to do other things. My students are interesting and we listen to them. One boy said to me, "Miss, me no want the way you do the school and I'm want to fill your block." And so I went out into the wider community and we're actually teaching our students how to lay blocks, and they're enjoying it. In special, a lot of emphasis is placed on life skills. And life skills is taught in all the subject areas with extra emphasis coming from the guidance departments. So of course, Licensed Center of Excellence is the place to be.
Has anybody ever played hide and seek?
My classroom is a corporate space. I facilitate learning. My students learn from each other. They help each other during the learning process. Enabling them, I make certain that I encourage them that there's nothing that they cannot do. And the motivation that they get from being a part of my classroom, the fact that we differentiate learning too in there and tiered activities are used, it makes no child feel left out.
What I love about the License Center of Excellence, it's a level playing field. We exclude no one. So all activities, if it means you're to get assistance, be it from a classmate, a teacher, or from an ancillary worker, you're going to get the assistance because we believe in excellence. Excellence for all. And just like that, we have arrived at the last page of today's Jamaica Magazine. But don't worry, you can turn the pages with us again tomorrow and every day after. While you wait, visit our website, jis.gov.jm, for our daily video uploads and news stories. You may also follow us on all our social media sites for the latest information on government programs and initiatives. I'm Audrey. Thanks for watching.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.